Hello, hola, ciao, namaste, nanu nanu. Today we are repairing a water-damaged stucco windowsill. I applied stucco mesh and coated it with a base coat of cement that adheres to the styrofoam. Before we apply the top coat, we need to give it a little sanding with some heavy grit sandpaper. This sandpaper is from Hardwood Floor Sanders and does a fantastic job. Now I'm applying the first of two top coats. The sill gets 3 coats, a base coat and 2 top coats. The base coat is basically a material that adheres to the surface that you are working on. This allows certainty for the adhesion of the top coat when applied after the base coat is dried. The top coat would not last as long on a wood or styrofoam or any non-porous surface, but coating the surface with the proper base coat will allow you to apply the top coat with confidence. As I apply the material, I apply it on an angle to make it easier to follow the curve of the molding. That's Dante, by the way. Cute dog. Definitely loves his treats. Switching to a 6-inch scraper allows me to have better control when applying under the sill while using the wall as a guide. Always use the right tools for the task at hand. I have a 4-inch scraper, a 6-inch scraper, and 2 trowels with me at all times. After I apply my first top coat, I apply a second one right away before the first one dries. Once the material sets a little bit, I begin to float the sill with a sponge. What the floating does is it allows me to glide material into the air pockets, ensuring a smoother finish. It is a bit tricky if you apply too much pressure, or not enough. Switching to a piece of styrofoam, I float the bottom of the sill. With the styrofoam being rigid, it allows me to create an even finish. Although you could achieve the same finish using either the sponge or the styrofoam, I prefer to use the styrofoam for my flats and a sponge for any curves. After the top coat dries, I like to go over the finish with some sandpaper, just to make sure whatever is loose is removed or any ridges are knocked down. I like to have a clean, smooth surface before I apply the paint. The paint that I'm using is a stucco primer. It serves 2 purposes. It's a prime coat for stucco finish, and it's a paint for stucco moldings. The reason it's used as a primer is because it has sand in it, and when it dries, it leaves a rough finish, allowing the stucco to cling to it, preventing the stucco from sliding when applying it. Painting with the primer as a finish is a bit tricky because of the sand, but once you get used to it, it creates a beautiful finish. And that's how you repair a stucco windowsill. Like, subscribe, leave some comments. Thanks for coming by.